All right, Kimbo na Tata nZambi Yamazulu, Kimfumo Kyakuisa. I'm gonna make this quick video. Getting ready to head out. Sorry for a little bit of banging. There's some work going on around my house. And it's ironic that you can kind of tell that they must have known I was gonna do this video or something was up, because all of a sudden I'm having internet problems. I'm on a weak Wi-Fi link, and it just goes to show you that more and more stuff is coming out. I'm trying to get this Facebook to come up, hopefully. I want to again welcome you to another video. Yanga family. If I can't get it pulled up, I have to put it on my phone and I'll start to show you. I know Yaya, he did a video about why so many people hate Congo. I'm gonna go from a different direction because I'm trying to show people all along that nothing just ever happened out of coincidence. And those behind the scenes are not who you think they are. And so I've told people many times that history is a lie. It's a lie. It's basically the lies agreed upon by those in power. And I'm going to share with you why that is. And, you know, that people don't even realize how deep this goes, because it's not like, I've already said this many times, it's not like they didn't know what was coming. It's because you've been conditioned to think that is the way it is. And I'm going to show you how they knew. On this there's a person that they finally released this video that shows them that they always were aware of what was coming, but they just were trying to do their best to stop it. So I'm gonna play the song first, and then we'll get into it. Okay, Yang family. I was hoping this thing would pop up because I'm on unlimited Wi-Fi because my internet went down. Don't think that wasn't something that was planned because I know that this is exactly why I've been talking about October surprise. Um, First of all, I'm going to give all Kembo and Kungolo to Tata nZambi and Pumutlendo our Congo Yave. Matone Masakijala Baba for this time. Matone Masakijala for this awakening that you're doing of your people. Continue to help us and guide us and strengthen us in this time, Father. Ingita. I want to give honor to Kuswa Congo, Isaiah Congo, Kuswa, to the Mwanda Velela, to the Moyan Pevi, set apart spirit. I want to give all Kembo and Golo to the Most High as well. Once again, can't say enough about him. I want to give honor to the righteous of nZolele, right down to Adama. I want to give I want to give honor to all those who are in the Pema Kalunga, especially the righteous judges. Okay, so when it comes to, this is what I'm going to title this, the wrath of Tata nZambi. You're not who you think you are, and you don't believe what you think you believe. Because there's a reason why things happen. Tata nZambi knows it all as to why things went down the way they go. There's a reason why he doesn't tell everybody everything. Because the one thing that he understands, as he's told me several times, is your mind cannot be double-minded in order to really walk in spirit and truth. You must be humble, have humility, not boastful. There's so many things going on that people don't even know. I'm going to show you that it isn't like this. This is why they keep secrets from people, because I now understand, as I've been awoken more and more, why the Most High had to do what he did, why certain things are not going to be what people think. Because see, the reality is people are only seeing for the first time what many people were already preparing for. In the scriptures, it talks about the enemies of God. Okay, people don't understand. This is one of the reasons why in churches they don't really go in depth about the enemies of the Creator. In Christianity, you have been taught that anybody who is the enemy of Christians is the enemy of God. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, Christianity is the enemy of God, the Creator. People don't, and I'm gonna explain why. When you go back through the scriptures, even in the time of Noka, to Adama, there's a reason why certain books were never made available to the masses, and why they pounded into your head why the Bible is so many books. Because the harsh reality is they don't want you to see in spirit, but they make you believe that you do. Because the concept of spirituality is knowledge. Knowledge is where you have understanding of certain things, the way you think they should be, the way you think you should know, the way you understand life, the way it should be. And I'm going to go to the deep detail of why this is really called a matrix. There was a video that was released today on Facebook, and I hope I can play it. And this is why the Most High had to tell me, our concept of Engipiti, or Egypt, that was given to us in the history books by the Mondele and Kadian Pemba is fabricated. Because the one thing that they've done to you, and this is why they show you this globe and they show you this maps and all these different stuff, is because they're trying to hide the knowledge that everything indeed starts in the spirit world. Everything starts in the spirit world, including, and they also wanted to make you unaware of the fact of where this knowledge and where this spirituality comes from. Okay. This is why they didn't put the book. This is why the book of Hanok was there for 500 years and then it disappeared. Enoch. This is why the book of Giants was part of the scriptures and it disappeared. This is why so many things have been taught backwards, because the mistake that people have been making about their knowledge is not realizing that human beings did not just come up with these things by themselves. You've been engine. See, this is why they teach history in a passive way, where it's like you're looking at it from the outside. Because I know I've been a part of this, and when I've taught students history, it's like I'm teaching you knowledge, but you're not making the connections that this is also connected to what has made you who you are. Okay, ancestry, and people always. This is one of the reasons why satanic and Luciferian minds have basically made people think ancestry is demonic, because what people don't understand is the world that existed before the days of Noah is hidden from people for a reason. They gave you a very humdrum, bland version of it in the Bible. You know, they skipped over so many different things, and they have other books that kind of break it down. But the reason for it is because they knew that by giving a more in-depth concept of it, that the people who were called the 12 tribes really, in truth, would understand who the people. Okay, I apologize. I hope everything stayed the way it's supposed to. If not, I'll start over a little bit. I won't play the music again if it didn't. But this is what I was talking about, because I guess the good news is my internet's back up. So now I can get what I need. Hallelujah. Oh, Kimball. Okay, cool. Yes. All right. The Most High's with me on this one. Okay. So I was talking about all praises to Tata nZambi, Kongo Yave. I'm glad that my recording connection came back. I was on a Wi-Fi and it went weak and it cut out, but now it's back and I have my internet up. So hallelujah, it fixed that. The Most High wants this message to come out. You know, so uh, the reason why they gave us a watered down version of the Old Testament that people don't even know is because there's hidden sources behind a lot of things. You know, I've shown the people have been on Twitter. They show pictures of the very large doors on the churches. They show very large stairs. And I know people have ever been on Twitter. You'll see these people post, "Who were these stairs built for?" Is a new post where they were showing the Chinese people, and the guns, you know, are humongous. Okay, turn it back on. The guns are humongous. Okay, and one of the things that people don't understand is the misconception that you've been made to believe is the Anunnaki, the giants, the children of Anak, the Most High destroyed when he destroyed the Jericho. Okay, they make it sound like all of a sudden after Davidi fought against Goliath, that the giants and all these people just vanished from the scriptures. That they all dead, they don't exist anymore, whatever. Okay. Now, in the days of Noah, you have to understand there were giants in the land. what they have done is they're no longer visible, but they're still there. And I'm going to show you this. And see, many of these giants were of they came with the time of Nimrod. They were black. Okay, they were not white. They were black. And I'm going to show you this video. Okay, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. And this is why they don't want people to know. Okay, when we built in Gipity, Egypt was not just where they're telling you over there over there in the Africa. Okay, first of all, there's a reason why they hide in the fact that it was one continent before Nimrod. There's a reason why they're not telling you there was one continent before the days of Noah. Okay, because they know that the knowledge that they call Neanderthals got didn't just happen by chance. And a lot of the things that these people got knowledge-wise did come through the Bena Betu. And this is the reason why they hide the concept. Oh, first of all, I meant to say, I want to give honor to all of those who are doing the Most High's work, that are doing the things they need to be doing and to help us to grow stronger. But I'm going to show you, this is why now you got people out here focusing on certain things, but they're not telling you certain things for a reason. Okay. And now I know why. Because not everybody's who you think they are. And I know this. Okay. But the reason why there's hatred towards Congo, it starts back with the seed of Cain. The mistake that people believe is, oh, once somebody's dead, and this is what Shaitani has really messed up people's head. Once somebody's dead, those spirits just go to hell and they stay there. Okay. Well, first of all, if you go to Daniel where he says we should not all sleep, everybody, there's people sleeping, you go rise to everlasting life, everlasting shame. Okay, this is the thing they even try to show you in the prophecy movie. They went looking for a soul of a general. Okay, people don't understand that when the Most High cuts people off, the souls don't come from him. Because the only people he sends down that's connected to him are the promised people. This has been the lie. The spirits that occupy the people don't come from him. If they did, they would behave differently. This is why he has to put the tool out. We have the bloodline of the Bena Betu of the Abana. When Abana was changed by the Most High, he was given a seal. This seal is passed into the bloodline of his lineage that the Most High kept pure. That's why Ishmael can't have it. That's why Esau can't have it. Okay. This is why the Hamites can't have it. This is why the children of the Vest can't have it. Nobody can have it but the 12 tribes. And they've known this for generations. But it starts all the way back through the righteous. This seal came down through the Nabi, they call it Nabi and Shem. Because the Most High sealed him up. There were righteous people going through him into Abana. Okay. Abana was more righteous than most. He wasn't perfect. Like, nobody understands this whole concept of perfection means that you sin less than others. That's why it says Noka was righteous for a man of his time. Okay. Which means that your sins are not where you're trying to sin, you're trying to not sin the best you can. Where other people, their whole concept is I'll do whatever I want to do. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna share the screen and I'm gonna show you something here. My family members here. I'm gonna make this bigger. Where's the sound? Sorry. Pause it. Go back. See if I can get it to go back. This is the sound. It says 2 giants found in stasis in the Utah caves.
Talk radio for 25 plus years as a host and interviewing some interesting people. one of the things that's afforded me is the ability to have people who've seen this stuff that everybody else says are crazy to contact me.
And this is now you know who's talking about this is you see who
Now the red-haired
Shalom's
giant king and queen that were in stasis were found in an unknown Utah cave. The presence of giants in the caves of southern Utah and the desert southwest are so numerous that you can't turn anywhere to the east, west, north, or south and not encounter somebody that knows not only the myths and legends but has seen.
Okay. All right. All right. So you saw what he just said, and you see who's revealing it, right? You see who's behind it, right? I'm gonna tell you why. Because this is why I try to tell you. These people know things that we don't know. They keep stuff hidden for a reason because they wanted when America or the US was founded, they wanted so badly to turn it into New Jerusalem for the Ashkenazi Jews and the people who came. And they wanted so badly for the mindset that everything that was ever created had to be white, that they destroyed evidence of Black creations. Now, not to say that everything was righteous. Obviously, these two giants were wicked. Okay. But why is this like this? Because where did the knowledge come from to start doing these things that they did in ancient Egypt? What did they start? How did they learn to do what they do? Okay. These particular beings would have been possibly around the time of Nimrod or even before, even during the time of Noka, because they built these things then too. Okay. What you got to understand is nothing was ever new under the sun. Ecclesiastes. And I'm gonna read the book of Jude, Yuende, to tell you, explain what's going on here. Let's go to verse 4. For there are certain men crept in unawares who before of old ordained to this condemnation, ungodly men turning the grace of Tata nZambi into lasciviousness and denying the only mfumu and our mfumu kuswakon, Jesus Christ. I will therefore put you in remembrance, though you knew this how Tata nZambi has saved the people out of the land of Egyptity, afterward destroyed them that believe not. So, and the Malakas who kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day. Who are these Malakis? We know who they are. But when did they start doing this stuff? When? Okay? Hanok talks about that. This is why they don't put it in the Bible, because nobody asked the question. Wait a minute, when did they start? When did they leave their habitation? When did they do this stuff? This is the hidden history. You have to understand the reason why people hate Congo starts with these Malakis. It also goes back to that everybody that the Most High destroyed hates the Most High and hates us, the Bantu people, the Bena Kongo. This is why they have done such a marvelous job, unfortunately, of not revealing the truth to you until now, because see, the time is up. They have to come out and start telling people all the things that has happened. People don't understand it. This is what they don't teach you in religion. They have to start revealing these things because their time is up. They know, and I'm gonna show you this next part. You people want to act like they never knew there was going to be United States of America. I'm gonna show you what's up. I'm gonna show you from the time of Canaan. Canaan. They knew that America was coming. Watch this video. I'm gonna make it big. Check our sound. This is called the cult of Baal, by the way. These are the people. Now, they say the tribe of Dan, the Canaanites. There's a deception here because the tribe of Magdana, sorry about the noise, it's starting to cut. I hope you can hear me okay. The tribe of Magdana was hijacked by Esau-Edom. Because the tribe of Magdana, they left when around the time of King Solomon because he turned his heart away from the Most High. Okay, that's part of it. They didn't agree with certain things that were going on in the kingdom. Okay, remember, Tata nZambi told King in Solomon that his kingdom would be divided because he turned his heart away. And Magdana has something to do with that. This is where you get another Jerusalem that will appear because of this. Okay? The cult of Baal. Now, I'm going to show you. When they go down, they're going to show you, they go down the list. They have always known that they were coming for us. This has always been in the works. Because these are the enemies of Congo, Tata nZambi and Pungu that I'm about to show you right now. When it says, who are the enemies? When King Intino Dwayne said, my enemies are all around me, he wasn't just talking about the Mundele and Kadi and Pemba. Even our own people became his enemy. See where it says, Baal and human sacrifice. Judea. So they're going through it all. The priesthoods, the pharaohs. Remember, our priesthood became corrupted. That's why the Most High said we killed the prophets. But they're making it sound like, now see here, let me pause it. You got the Epic of Gilgamesh, you got the Anunnaki, the motherhood of the snake, cannibalism, Sodom and Gomorrah, the Hyksos, Abana and Nsaka. Now they're telling it their way, but this is when they stole it. You have Queen Sheba, Solomon's temple, okay? Money, magic, synagogue of Satani, Talmud, Ezra's Torah. Remember I talked about Second Ezra? They have always known. Excuse me. Here's the one that's mentioned in Jeremiah 50, Marduk. I have said this to many people. Our people and their wickedness spawned the reason for why these things have happened. They already knew every captivity you're going to see here. And these people stole it because they knew this is what they were coming to. This is Esau-Edom right here. And when the Greeks came in, look what here. And right at the bottom, Novus Ordo Seclorum, New World Order. This is why they keep talking about the great work. They had a holy alliance in 1822. I have said this over and over. They already knew what they were going to do to us the whole time. Go back to the time 1291 was right before the Most High brought in the Kingdom of Congo. We got here in America in so-called the so-called see, here go the Hellenization period. We trying to tell y'all the Vatican is evil. Look what they put. And they created the concept of St. Peter. He was never affiliated with the Ecclesia of Laodicea in the way that they put him. Look how they created Islam. We try to tell y'all, canon law, Sharia law, all this stuff is man-made. And they use the other nations as the influence. Look down here. You think they didn't know they were going to make the United States in 1776, people? The people don't realize all of these people here are the enemy of Congo. Every last one of them. That's why it was important for them to hide the identity of the Bena Kongo from the world. They used Christianity as a weapon. A weapon. Because the true founder, I'm sorry about the noise, the true founder of Christianity is not the white people. People gonna say, wait, what? What? The Mundele County and Pemba didn't bring? No! Let's go back to the top. Whose name you gonna see sitting up there? I told you, pause. Osiris, Nimrod, S-E-T, M-O-L-O-C-H. The three frogs. We said this to you already. Where did this come from? The sons of Belial. This is pre-flood. This is Tubal-Cain, people. This is the seed, because I told you, the seed of Canaan came through Noka on the ark. The Anunnaki started to remix with his children. They have a scripture, it's called the Apocalypse of Adama, where the Most High comes to Noka and said, hey, what's going on here? What's all this stuff going on? We just cleaned it up. Now, of course, I kind of question that because the Most High is not stupid. He sees things ahead of time. But see, he tested Noka to see, he made the same mistake Adam and Eve made. It's not us. It's these children of light. Who's he talking about? But see, the problem is, once again, we go back to what happened in the garden. Oh, it wasn't me. It was the woman. No, it was the snake. People, where the Most High's wrath starts is when you think he's stupid. This is what these people keep thinking, that the Most High is an idiot. He's stupid. He don't see. You're not who you think you are because people think the Most High is stupid, that he doesn't see things. There's no such thing as Americans in the kingdom. There's no such thing as Russian, as French, none of this stuff. You are from Baal. That's what he sees. And see, our own people, that's what happened when Eliah fought the people. The cult of Baal was bad to people. They know that. This is why they hate us. This is why they hate Congo. Because we embrace this garbage. When he said, learn ye not the ways of the heathen, we were like, oh, we do it anyway. Okay? We do it whatever, we do it anyway. You want to know why Black people are hated? Is this right here. We don't ever learn to stop listening to these false spirits that came into the world and said, oh, the Most High said, no, he did not. And then when he come and ask you about it, oh, it wasn't me. Oh, this person. Oh, that person. Oh, this and that. Lies. We have to repent and admit, I have to admit this, okay? My problems are because I chose to listen to the wrong people. However, I knew there were people working against me that already knew these things. Because I was interacting with people who showed me that this stuff was a deception. I remember they did a seminar, a buddy of mine was telling me how they did a seminar at the Air Force Academy, where they talked about how UFOs weren't real, and some general said, I don't know about that. Because the reality is only certain people know certain things. The people don't understand UFOs are the Anunnaki, are the fallen angels. They have chariots. The Most High has some too. You're gonna find out. The Malakis can do different things. The whole alien apocalypse is fabricated from this that they're talking about. Oh, they're gonna be an alien apocalypse, UFO, whatever. I have said to you, angels control everything. This proves my point. When I'm showing you that here in America, they got pyramids that they took down because we built them long time ago. The children of Canaan, these people right here, we built all this stuff around here. And over there in Egypt and in Europe and all this other stuff. This is how wicked Nimrod was. He is the founder of all religions. He hates us. He hates the Most High, and he hates everything about Congo. This is how he finished. The great work for him was to be the king of kings. And you know what spirit was inside of him? Tubal Cain was attached to him through the Anunnaki spirits because they were interacting with the seed of Cain. I'm gonna play it all the way through. People don't think that they didn't know. These are the enemies of Congo, all of them. You see this right here? Phallic worship, erection of obelisks, slave circumcision, Osiris resurrection myth, dismemberment, Ballist religion, capitalism and trade, global naval power. Oh, people, you think that they didn't come over here already before? Look where it talks about Aryans, fall of Atlantis. These people come from there. Book of the Dead. That's called Helios Biblios in Greek. Let me put it to you bluntly. That's why we say the Jehovah wickedness. Zeus, Jupiter, Jehovah. Jehovah is Satan. We didn't say Jehovah. We said Yehovah, Yehovah. I'm telling you, y'all don't understand. The cult of Saturn, Saturnalia. That's what Christmas is. Let's go over there. Mithraism and Christianity. Hello. Hello. They're the same. Sol Invictus. Sorry. Gnosticism. They already took the scrolls at this time and started to mess them up. How did they get the scrolls? How did they get them? Bantu people are responsible for why the world is messed up today. Because we disobeyed Tata nZambi and Pongo Tulando. Okay, and learned this ways of the heathen. Bakristu, Abantu Ben. We were Abantu, as I said, I now know Abantu Benduela is before the days of Noah. Because it means the people of the way. Abantu Benduela, there were people in the way of the Most High during the time of Hanok. Kuswa Kongo, Yisu, all he did was take what he taught the people before in spirit. And Yaledi, Jared, he messed it up when Satan came and did, I'm your ancestor, Adama, and these people, these are beautiful, the beautiful women thing, the lust thing. We always get dealt with that. He did the same thing like what happened with King and Zing. Falling for the lust. The same thing that happened with King Solomon. Because he and King Solomon, Enoch and King Solomon did the same thing. They brought the world to peace. Okay? I have said this many times because I know who I am. I know how I'm connected to all this, and I know why they need me and others like me to fall, to fail. This is what they want. They don't want the Bantu people to wake up for a reason. You see back here where it says the Druids, the Burning Man ritual, they put that in the movie The Wicker Man. You ever seen the thing they do in Nevada called the Burning Man? People, you are in Babylon. To the Most High, and I know there's a lot of Americans that won't hear this. You are not an American to the Creator. You are not a Russian. You are not a French. You are not a British. You are not German. You are none of these things. You are a pagan. So it doesn't matter what you call yourself, in God we trust, whatever. You have been played since Canaan was cursed. When he was cursed, his seed started to take on the spirit of Cain. So I'm telling you, you think they didn't know? Let's go to it. Judea, that's what they're gonna call it, but we know it was Yaoundé. So here around the same time, why does it say the synagogue of Satan was created? Because that's after we had the Punic Wars, the Maccabean revolt was Yaoundé Maccabee. This is when I said I went to Maccabees and said there were evil men among Israel, or they say Israel, but it's nZolele. We have to stop blaming the other nations for why they hate Congo. It's our fault. This is our fault. The synagogue of Satan was started because whose fault was it? Internal Solomon. He messed up. The Bena Kongo, we caused ourselves to be hated because we turned against the Most High. We did it. Tata nZambi and Pungo Tulendo's wrath started with us. He scattered us among the heathens. Why? Because we turned against him. That's why we're now scattered among the earth today. Because our ancestors said we would rather go the way of the heathen once again. And this is why they knew this was going to happen many times. And they were prepared for it. The Kabbalah comes into play around the time of the Knights Templars, Crusades, Dark Ages, to go what? Destroy the Bantu people and find King Solomon. And they gave you that false location in Palestine that didn't exist. Oh, sorry. I meant to go back to it. The Inquisitions. That's when the Bantu people ran back home. And then they found us. Okay, I'm going to start. The reason why I'm showing this part, you see where it says down here, New World Order? This is not coming because the Most High took the world back from the hands of the wicked. Their whole plan went up in smoke months ago. This is why we got to stop thinking that we have to listen to them. These leaders in Africa need to realize this. But don't think the snake didn't have tares among the wheat. He already understood he was going to lose. But he didn't know how he was going to lose. But see, the problem is the Most High was already is always ahead of him. Always, 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 always. And he's ahead of these people that want to call themselves kings. Because there are many, we know there's many kings in Africa. Okay. But there are also many kings that are going to act like they're doing something and they're not. But the Most High can still use whomever he chooses to fix the things he wants to fix. He's always going to make these people think they have the upper hand. But they don't. Let me exit out of this. Who can number the sand of the sea? This is Ecclesiasticus, chapter 1, verse 2. Who can find out the height of heaven and the breadth of the earth and the deep of wisdom? Wisdom has been created before all things, and the understanding of the prudence from everlasting. The word of Tata nZambi, Most High, is the fountain of wisdom. Who is the word? I'm going to tell y'all over and over and over and over. Do not minimize House the Bena Kongo, Jesus Christ, Messiah, because he was there from the beginning. And her ways are everlasting commandments. To whom have the root of wisdom been revealed, or who has known her wisdom counsels? Unto whom has the knowledge of wisdom been made manifest? Unto whom has the knowledge of wisdom been made manifest? Let me explain this to you. Tata nZambi manifests his wisdom to those he chooses to manifest. He doesn't tell everybody everything for a reason. And who has understood her great experience? If you want to blame somebody for slavery, it starts with the 12 tribes. Now, doesn't mean that other nations, this is why they fight each other still, even to this day. All of those nations, the 70, let's get back to it. There were 70 tribes. All they have done is change names throughout history. They're the same 70 tribes the Most High scattered and changed their language. They hate the Most High for that. This is where it starts. Then Abana, who was chosen, that they hate, was the next part of this. Abana, Nsaka, and Yakubi. Remember, Ishmael tried to kill Nsaka. So his seed hates the Most High too. Remember Gog and Magog. They hate the Most High too. Oh, come on. The Hittites, the Jebusites. Let me see if I can get to the chapter. Now that my internet's back up. Exodus. Anybody that the Most High made a way for, his people hates him. No, I'm not doing the thinker either. But y'all that know what that is. That's one of the things that shows people they Masonic when they talk. They do that thinker. And I'm not doing that. And he said, behold, I make a covenant before all thy people. I will do marvelous such as have not been done in all the earth, nor in any nation. Nor in any nation. So no other nation can be any covenant but the people. You cannot be a Gentile and be in covenants with the Most High. This is a lie. You cannot be a heathen and be in covenants with the Most High. That's why House the Bena Kongo, Isaiah said, salvation comes through whom? His people. There's only one nation who is in covenants with the Most High. And that is why they hate Congo. Because only one nation, the Bena Kongo, were the only ones who were in covenants. Abana and Saka and Yakubi. That's why they are so glad to keep you away from your inheritance. They are so glad to teach you wickedness. They are so glad to teach you false religions. They are so glad to give us false doctrines, wrong clothing, all kind of stuff. I hear people debating about clothes. Look, the Most High stripped us of our garments when he sent us. That's why you have now inherited the garments of the heathen and they think nothing's wrong with it. Boy, they find out every day. They so wrong. This is why they want you dressing up, looking all provocative and sexy, and think nothing's wrong with it. Because the mind of a heathen, I told you, is a reprobate mind. Even myself, I struggle with this every day because we are in the captivity still. We are still scattered. And yes, we want to come back to Embo, but Embo's still not right. Africa still needs to be fixed. But you cannot go to the people I just showed you and say, oh, help us fix Africa. No way. It's not just the black man, because there are black people that hate the Most High too. It has to be the ones in covenants that they know have to fix the earth. The ones who are in covenant. Okay? Nor any nation, and all the people amongst thou which thou art shall see. So this is going to happen again. We are the people who are in covenants with the Most High shall see the work of Tata nZambi, for it is a terrible thing that I will do with thee. It's going to be terrible. It's already getting terrible. Look what's going on. And they call it climate change, whatever. And he said, behold, I make a covenant. He said, observe thou that which I command thee, behold, I drive out from thee the Amorite, the Canaanites. Then I just showed you the lineage, okay? The Hittite and the Perizzite and the Hivite and the Ebusite. These people they ain't gone. They mixed into different people. They hate the Bantu people. See, they have a thing that people don't know. The reason why they hate us is because of who their gods are. Let me get into this. The Most High had to show me this week. He said, do you really want to know who your enemy is? These people are just doing, let's go to this. See all these? Let me change this because you never know what this thing, you never know. Let me show you. Right here. This is some of them. Who are they? Who are these? Look at here. This is this one right here. Look who dressed up like him. Hello? February 26th is when it came out. I don't know if anybody watched it. What color is he? What color is he? People get so hung up on black, white, Asian. The black man didn't do this, the black man didn't do that. This is an Anunnaki. If y'all don't really know who he is, the staff is the double snake with the wings on it. That they see, you see it on the medical doctor's shirt. This is who my Tata nZambi did battle with when we came out of Engipity. Now, I'm not saying that this dude, he may look like how he used to look. They may have picked his face for that very reason. But this is Nimrod's uncle. Okay? He hates the Most High. He commands legions in hell. In Babylon, he was called Nergal. In the Greek, he's called Hermes. He is the knowledge of, you can see, the God of wisdom. He is the knowledge of the cult of Baal. He teaches them. This is who we were listening to when we created the cult of Baal. This is the problem. Our people listen to false spirits. That's why Tata nZambi said, question every spirit to see if they are of the Most High. It starts with the spirit pretending to be, let's go back. Y'all don't understand. Let's get back into it with 2 Corinthians 11. Would to Yave Kongo, you can bear with me a little while in my folly, indeed bear with me. For I am jealous over you with godly jealousy. For I have espoused you to one husband. Husband in the Kikongo is Bakala. Or it could be Toko. We learned that too. Kitoko, handsome. Okay. That I may present you as chaste virgin to Christ? No. Kuswa, Christu. This name, Christ, comes from the Roman and the Greeks. Christos. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted by the simplicity that is in Christu, Kuswa. See, the Christians, they say, oh, we see that word Christ there. That's the one who died on the cross. No. That's not him. That's the one who used to put people on crosses in Mesopotamia, like his father did Nimrod. I just showed you where Christianity came from. It was the practice of Mithraism, which was Nimrod. He used to crucify people. Okay, that's the Tammuz cross that they gave him. For he that cometh preaching another Messiah, or Kuswa, whom we have not preached, or if you receive another spirit which you have not received, or another gospel, who is he talking to in this? Who's he having a conversation with here? Bantu people, the Bena Kongos, the Bena nZambis. nZolele is who he's talking to. This is what happened. You have not received, you might well bear with him. For I suppose if I was not with behind the very chief apostles, but though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge, but we have been thoroughly made manifest among you in all things. Have I committed an offense in abasing myself that you might be exalted because I have preached to you the gospel of Tata nZambi freely, I robbed other churches, taking wages of them to do your service. So he was already doing what? Sinning, right? That's why he said, I'm not charging you now because I was a thief. Now I must do the Most High freely. Okay? I'm going to skip down to verse 11. Actually, it's verse 12. But what I do, that I will do, that I may cut off occasion from them which desire occasion. Occasion means looking for recognition, exalting themselves, trying to be the best, looking for their own praise. There's people doing this everywhere. This was something even our own. We did this back in the day. This is what got us in trouble with the Most High. When we said, oh, the law, the law, the law, the law. You see this going on right now, even with people that claim to be teaching you the truth everywhere. That's why I said, I'm not exalted. You're not exalting me nowhere. I'm not lifting up myself to nothing. This is not about me. That wherein they glory, they be found even as we. This was the mistake of Simon the sorcerer right here. That's why Kepler said, I'm not giving you the spirit. Because he was not glorifying the Most High. He was glorifying himself. And he was a Bantu, the Muntu. And yet the devil worshiper, they call him Simon Megas. Ooh, boy, y'all, they got us cold-blooded, stupid. For such are false apostles. And remember, he called himself the Messiah too. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers transform themselves into apostles of Cluso. So what is Paul saying? Don't ever assume, and this is to the Bena Kongo. This is not to the Gentiles like they think. That's why they're deceived already. He's talking to Bantu people because he was a Bantu. He was a Muntu. They've been lying to everybody. I just showed you who was behind it. Canaan. Remember he told a Canaanite woman, I don't care. The dog eat the crumb from the table. Canaan has now become, it mixed in with everybody else. They have become the head, you the tail. Canaan is the head now, with Esau-Edom and everything. Bantu people are the tail. So Canaan, with Edom, Hittite, everybody mixed, all the Most High's enemies run the world. And that's why there's black people that hate you too, because they come from Canaan. Y'all gotta wake up. And no marvel, for Shaitani himself transformed into a Maliki of lights. So you think he's a Maliki Kongo, which is what we now know they're called. You think he's a Maliki of the Most High, and he's not. Therefore, it is no great thing if his ministers, how many ministers does he have? Does he have? How many? Do you know? Do you know who they are? Do you know where they come from? It's not just Rome, people. Oh, it's not just Rome. But Rome is in charge of it, as they showed you. How many ministers does he have? He has ministers in every religion. He even has ministers in the Bantu truth. I say again, let no man think me, it said, And he says, whose end shall be according to their works? I say again, let no muntu, he didn't say man, think me a fool, if otherwise yet as a fool receive me, that I may boast myself a little. That which I speak of is not after Tata nZambi, but if it were foolishly, is in this confidence of boasting. Where does wisdom come from? He says, see you suffer fools gladly, see yourselves as wise. Oh. For you suffer, if a muntu bring you into bondage, if a man devour you, if a man take you, if a man exalt himself, if a man smite you on the face. The enemies of Congo start with his own people. The Bantu people. We hate him first. Isn't that what happened with Awa and Adama? They messed up. They were his and they said, no, now we belong to Shaitani. Now what happened? Because they said we said it's not our fault, it's the snake. Go back to Isaiah. Who are the enemies of the Most High? Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, of Tata nZambi has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. Tata nZambi raised his children, the 12 tribes of nZolele. What did he say? They rebelled against me. So that makes you what? His enemy. Hey, my own children turned against me. This is why Jeremiah 50, Lamilia 50 says, the false shepherds. And you got them doing such a good job today that they don't even realize it. The ox knows his owner and the ass is grumpy crib. But nZolele, not Israel, because that's 3 Egyptian god names. This is how we've been lied to. They put Egyptian gods in the Bible. You don't even know. And they got demon names in there too. You don't even know. Does not know. My people does not consider. Ah, sinful nation. A people laden with iniquity. A seed of evildoers. And that's where I showed you the chart on Twitter. Right here. They stole it, but we started it. Go back up. This is us. We did this. Right here. The second temple. That's us, people. Bantu people did that. But now they saying it's them. Let's go back. They have forsaken, not the Lord, because that's the cult of Baal. That's how it got started. They have forsaken Tata nZambi. They have provoked the Holy One of nZolele, Esau-Edom. It's not Isis, Ra, and El, unto anger. They are gone away backward. So that's why we went backward. They teach us backward. That's what so when people tell me, oh, the colonizers, the Most High can defeat every last one of those colonizers. He did it before when they were different people. They're the same people in the Bible, different name. oh, French, German, whatever. No, they the seed of Canaan mixed with Esau, mixed with bloodlines of Lucifer. Okay, same people. They just got amnesia because they get taught deception too. They are gone away backward. That's why they're teaching us backward. This is why we're learning backwards. Now, Canaan and his siblings and the ancestry there are calling themselves Jacob, and we are the Gentiles. And they're teaching us like, oh, we adopted as sons to the Most High now. The enemies of Congo started with our own hatred of our own father. We started our hatred of him because we wanted to do what? What the other people wanted, the heathen way. That's why we get treated so bad now. Or why we're being deceived in how they treat you nice and smile at you and you behave good and oh, we're good people now. And they don't even know who they're talking to. The brother who was talking to Yaya said they're kings and queens and don't even know it, walking around. Nobody can save the world but the Bantu people. Nobody. No politician, no nobody, no Egyptian descendant, the real ones, no seed of Canaan, nobody. Canaan is against you. The black ones, because they worship these gods, these giants, these what are they showing you? They even made shrines for all of them. They took every last one of these gods, and I just showed you. Ra is Jupiter from the Egyptian gods. Who did Ra become? Ra went to Zeus, which is connected to Esau cousin Zeus was originally the title given to Yakubi that Esau stole when we went into captivity several times. The order of Set, that's Esau. I told you he became a god after he got his head cut off in the book of Joshua. They took all these gods, all of them became one God. That the Christians say, thank you, God, to. These are the gods of Christianity. Anybody ready for autumn? The fall? This is the stork god. Babies come from stork. Do not give what's righteous unto dogs. And of course, the pig has to do with what killed Tammuz. This is Esau. You ever made your dog into you ever put two dogs together and you get an MUT? People don't understand this. And here comes mommy and daddy of all of the heathens. Oh boy, they don't even know. That's why they worshiping them. in secret. Shh, don't tell nobody. Shh, 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 shh. The Druids. Shh. These hate the Bantu people. Hate, hate, hate the Bena Kongo. The spirit, this is Shaitani right here. See, that's why I laughed when I was listening to this Mason, and he said that I went from this God to the Christian God. When he said he was seeing the bag of the souls that this Joker was holding, I said, okay. So he went from the bag of this guy to the bag of Santa Claus. Because I've seen this. He went from this God, this is Odin, to the Vikings that they call Santa Claus, because it's Cinder Claus. So he went from this bag to this bag. That's why I was like, people don't even know, okay? You didn't change nothing. That's why Shaitani laughed. You didn't change nothing, dude. You went from me to my son. That's what people don't get. Because Tata nZambi's people are the only one that he's in covenants with, period. And we broke the covenant. How many times did we break the covenant? We're still breaking the covenant now. That's the reason why now the world will see how deceived they are. The October surprise is going to be, as I have just shared it with you, everybody worships Satan and don't know it. Because these gods are the gods of the religion, all of them. They never went anywhere. And the commenters are sitting there boasting about it. What is there to boast about? You worshiping Satan. And you don't even know it. So be proud about these gods. They sending everybody to hell. These are the gods of the Chinese, the Japanese, the Koreans. All they do is change names. These are the gods of the Greeks, the gods of the Persians, the gods of the Babylonians, the gods of the Romans, and the gods of the United States of America. Yes. The gods of Russia. Yes. So keep saying, oh, Russia helped the black people. Man, come on. That's a Trojan horse. This is still their gods. When they go to do the religious, they put, if you go to watch the movie Eyes Wide Shut, they got the faces of all these gods in there with the mask on. Okay. You need to understand people if you don't understand it. This is when they say, what do Egyptian God and Hindu gods have in common? They're the same. They just changed the name. They're the same. This is the stork god. All babies come from storks. This is the god of Atlantis. I think y'all talked about that. I haven't seen the video yet, but you have to understand. This is why, you see this guy right here? This is why they threw us to the crocodiles and to the alligators. Remember they sent the babies to the alligators? This is who the clan, this is the clan's god right here. Mm-hmm. Florida Gators and the crocodile god. You see the one here with the ram horns? Dodge trucks are ram tough. Cool. Remember that? I remember that commercial. Hello. They put their gods on there. I told people, man, they never stopped worshiping their gods. They just hid them from sight. So you wouldn't know. This is what they deceive. See, here go the dude. There's a ritual for him doing the dingaling, the large. They have a ceremony for that. I've actually seen people put this on their. They put this entity on their. You know, you see that they put it on their fireplace or something. I've seen one of those. You got to be careful, man, with rituals that you do. Okay. You know, like I said, don't ever think this is what Toko was showing people. It's like these were the kingdoms, starting with ancient Babylon with Canaan, Mesopotamia, all of that. This is why they hide the fact that the land of Canaan was in Africa. They know that was their land. So they hide this. I just read this thing. Globe-trotting botanist beaten to death and fed the crocodile. Ooh. I wonder why he did that happen. But see, like I'm telling people, man, why should you be stricken anymore? You will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. This is one of the reasons why people are getting ill. From the sole of the foot even to the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been clothed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Your country is desolate. Your cities burn with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence. Hello, Congo's being devoured by the Europeans and the Asians. The same people. Hello, same people. They just came back. They never, you act like they was there. No, they came back. They was there, they were there before. They were there in ancient Roman times. They were there in Greek times. They were there in Hittite times. They were there the whole time. They came back. You were colonized. You have been colonized by the same people over and over and over. This is the deception. They just keep changing names. They always knew you were there. They always knew who we were. They always knew what we were about. That's why now you're scattered everywhere on the earth with no identity whatsoever. And to show it to you makes us the enemy of those that know this. It makes us the enemy of our own people because they hated the Most High. They hate Tata nZambi. They hate Congo. That's why they want to love what they're doing now. They want to stay where they at. That's why they talk about this. Oh yeah, they love their jobs being broadcasters and professional athletes and multi-billionaires and all this other millionaires and stuff like that. They don't want to know about this because he says it. They hate me. Yeah, they do. If they didn't hate him, they wouldn't continue to be afraid of the one that can kill the body, but to be more afraid of the one that can kill the body and the flesh and the soul. If they really truly afraid of him. Oh, we fear God. Which God? I just showed you. These were all gods. This what even says, it says gods of Egypt. Okay. Anyway, 1 second. I gotta go. But you know, people, like I said, to the Most High, let me just pause. I'll be right back. All praises, Kimball. Sorry about that. They just finished their work and everything looks great. So we prepared for some other stuff. Okay, so, one of the things that our ancestors, and this is what I'm getting from the spiritual side of things, is that in order for Africa and for the Bena Betu and for the Bena Kongo to understand is that we caused the 70 tribes, like I said, that he scattered, and he scattered their language. And he, of course, he broke apart the continents. Okay, they hate the Most High. That's why they pray to these other guys, and the people were talking about the Hopi. They still getting deceived by the same halo. Okay, this is why we, in order to become truly in Kintwati and to be with one another, is to understand something. First of all, the Most High burned down our stuff. The king of Congo, the Tata nZambi Pungu, he's the one that burnt down our cities. He ordered it. So when you look at what happened with the Congo de Ntotela, Angola, Congo Brazzaville, Congo DRC, Tanzania, South Africa, all these different places, my brain isn't working. When you look at all these, all the different places there, Angola, Soweto, all these other things, we caused that. We caused the Congo Conference. We caused when they divided up Africa into different regions. We are the originators, because our king Nzinga signed the treaty over to Rome, which gave them the license to kill in the name of Jesus all over the land. And they started doing what they did even from there. Because you see, at the time, they didn't really understand. Bantus were scattered. And they went erasing the history and all these other things. But people don't even know, some of these popes that sat on the throne, they weren't even people. Oh, we're going to find that out. That's why they were able to get away with it. The shapeshifters are for real, but they're going to tell you they're not. Take on any form, do whatever they need to do to deceive people. But if you're not spiritually in tune with the nZambi, you won't see them. And that was part of our problem. We had the spirit, but we weren't in tune, because we had issues even among ourselves during this time. If you have to tune up to make sure you sound good when you play music and stuff like that. If you're not, you know how bands have to synchronize and everything sound nice. If you're not fine tuning that all the time with the Most High, you're gonna be sounding crummy, like garbage. But in your own head, you know how people say, I can sing, can't sing a lick, but in their head they can sing. Or the people who say, I can play and can't play, it sounds like nastiness. That's what it sounds like when you're out of tune. Like when he says, lean not on your own understanding. Don't puff yourself up with knowledge. Be humble. Love your brothers and sisters, which he was really referring to Bantu people first. Okay. Hatred is not something you have to have in your heart. All of that love yourself and everything was for the Bena Kongo. We don't love each other. Black people don't like not just black people, but certain types of black people. The people who come from the slave ship and who were scattered over here and who spoke the Kikongo and Lingala already or knew of it, they're the ones that need to love each other. We are prisoners of war because the war against Rome never stopped. That's why they hate Congo. They hate us since 70 AD. Rome never stopped hating the Bantu people. You know, there's a brother who did a video on that. The Bena Kongos never stopped being hated by the Gentiles. That the Most High came and destroyed their land to clear the way for us. So they were all too happy to take us into captivity and turn us out to $2 hoes, basically. That's what Hosea 2 says. We got turned into our lovers. I did a video like this before. We went from the true daddy to the pimp daddy. And he's been pimping your behind out for generations. That's why the Most High knows this is a war between him and the fallen ones because they don't want to give up what they took from him. But they don't have a choice. They got to give it back. And when he comes to get it back, it's going to be world domination, destruction. That's your World War III, people. World War III is the Most High coming to take back what was taken from him, that he turned over because we wanted to be like the wicked ones, that he watched all the debauchery they did in the name of Jesus and all the stuff that they were doing, and people don't even know how bad it was. And it's still, they keep it on the low. They're still doing wicked stuff in the name of Jesus. They're mocking it all the time. They mock everything that Kuso Kongo did because they know they're doing the wickedness of their false Messiah. When they incorporated his stuff into the real truth. Because he was doing he was doing some bad stuff. You can't even begin to imagine what Tammuz was doing in Nimrod. And they following in his footsteps. I told you, they already the Sodomites. I'm telling you, man. Go look, if you think I'm lying to you, go look at the parades where they do the BDSM. They got parades out there where they wearing the leather. They have a boat where they have a party where people are slaves and dressed up in all kind of crazy stuff. They go flaunting it all day long now. Oh yeah, I like it, you know where. They do it up in the, man, and oh my goodness. The wealthy, you'd have no idea how they have to cover up the stuff that they do. Because in order to have all that wealth that they flaunt, it comes with a price. And they make you believe, like I said, I was watching this thing, man, after hurricane. And they were talking about this Torah. People don't even know the word Torah and Ra. Ra is their God. It was a Tula. They turned the R into an L into an R. Because their God is Ra. Okay? This is what they don't understand. That's Nimrod. So basically, the version of the scriptures that they're practicing is their interpretation from Nimrod. Even the what they call it, the Talmud. That's why they put his name in their name. Israel. Isis, their goddess that I showed you, their mommy and daddy, Ra, and Isis, Osiris, and El, Shaitani, Satan. Our grandfather was not called that by the Most High. Why would he call his servant that he loves after wickedness? This is how the secret societies are deceiving the people in the Hebrew Israelites. They never left Satan. You think you did, but you did. You're still there. This is why they're teaching you Yiddish that the Creator don't even like. No, no. The Most High said it was a start, but it's not a finish. Because there is some there's Bantu mixed in there. That's why you wake up a little bit. But then you come back to the pure language. That's when they know, oh, wow. That's how they knew. It was over when we started going back to the pure language. But that's not going to happen until he ends. Nobody is going to be speaking Yiddish when it's over. Nobody's going to be speaking French, Italian, German, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, none of this. English for sure. When he says, I shall return into the pure language. That's why the false angel came to that guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, and said, oh, this Yiddish, this is the pure language. No, it's not. And you believed it. They believed it. But they already knew. That was Esau. Okay? All right. Sambalola Zola Quingy, and where's the Yave Kongo Twala? I gotta get ready to go because now that they're finished, I need to get out of here. But all I would say is this. This is what I mean when they say the enemy within. The enemy within our awakening starts with Isaiah verse 1. Isaiah verse 1. If we don't stop dealing, if the Bantu people or Black folks don't quit being their own worst enemy, nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change because they can't do it. They can't. Nobody, only the real 12 tribes, and they've always known this. That's why they don't want us to gather together. The ones who have the covenant are in covenants. And I'm not saying, I'm going to say nZambi Zola, but I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about that's what the Most High is, nZambi Zola. He is the love. If you don't have love for Tata nZambi, okay, if you don't have love for him, you can't possibly come into the kingdom. Now, I know there are things we try to do not to anger the Most High. I know every day I fight it because the enemy against the Most High within is also the enemy against those trying to get you back to him. And they're doing it in subtle ways as to show that they're with us, but they're not. I've heard people say, my people, this people, whatever. We belong to nZambi, Tata nZambi Pungu. We're his people. We're Congo's people. Nobody else's but his. That is what the Messiah came to try to teach you. And his way of his people is exactly what I just said in here. We are evildoers, laden with sin, that now need to rectify that. This is why he meant when he said the circumcision of the heart. This is why he said love fulfills the law. The love of whom? This is where the deceiver did his magic. The love of the 12 tribes for one another, the Bantu people, the Bena Kongo, fulfills the law. Because that's who the law was given to. The law was not given to the Gentiles. They're not in covenants with him. But they talk in church, oh yeah, with Jesus, we made our covenant, we washed in the blood of her. Let me re-emphasize his point. I know I was supposed to be done, but I'm sorry. Let me go to where he said, I think I could pull it up like this. Matthew 15 and 24, Matthew. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of nZolele. It wasn't Israel. The Banabetu. Matthew. This is where the Gentiles and the heathens and all these other people, they're showing you how they made these religions to make you believe you're included in this. No. So now, that's why we're telling you it's an exodus that's coming, not a rapture, not Allah or anybody else, because he's the remnant are going to be the lost sheep that were chosen from the foundation of the earth. They were already chosen. And he knows the ones that are going to get caught in the snares and the ones that will make it. That's why he said, did not cast out demons in your name and did not do this, be gone from me, you workers of iniquity. Shaitani has deceived the whole world. And the surprise is what I just showed you. Now, the Most High can do what he needs to do. He's going to finish it. He's going to finish what Canaan started. Canaan tried to bring the New World Order. Now he's going to take away the New World Order. Congo is coming. World War III is the destruction of Canaan and all those affiliated with that Tubal Cain spirit. He's coming to finish it off. Like I said, people, they always knew. They always knew the name of the game was to stop the 12 tribes, the true 12 tribes. The name of the game was to kill the Banabetu. That's why he said, my people are the sands of the sea. Everything they have tried to do in secret, they have tried to do everywhere. They have done different things to destroy us. And the Most High said it cannot be done. It's a promise. It's a covenant. Now the covenants must be fulfilled. And the way Abantu Benduela We are returning back to his way. And that is why Yesway, you said Yesway, away, it goes back to those people who said those things, that did the Sambo, that practiced the Sambuari, the Ipaseka. None of this other stuff that they translated. All right. You know, where's it? Yave Kongo, Kutwala, Ingita. Be blessed, people. Bilaka. Bilaka, I meant to say.